Hi there guys, it's Andrea and welcome back to my YouTube. Now, I nearly quit and people who saw my video on Instagram can testify to that. I came close to giving up on this. And there are several factors that went into my doubts, and everything is mostly due to the fact that I was in isolation due to the bug, and I had little to no human contact unless counting those few phone calls. I wasn't well. I really wasn't well, and I mostly slept through plenty of number of days until my body got well again. Now, I would like to talk to you about, because those moments are gonna show up along the way. You're gonna be faced to times when even your mind is working against you, and it's going to give you doubts. It's going to give you a lot to face to, but isolation wasn't all that bad. Honestly, I really, perhaps in many ways, needed it, because my mind was torn between dropping this and going on with this for a while. And it was all kind of wrapped up in me going to work and working on plenty of things on a project, and I'm near to putting this thing on Amazon, so I'm seriously there. I'm almost there, and it's absolutely normal for my mind to play tricks on me to test if this is what I want. Now, so I'm just gonna console myself that the bug came so I can have time to think about it. And I had time to think about it. It nearly broke me. It came mostly through the nights. It came to this point of me doubting everything, being alone. It's just like you're faced with it. You have to face it. And I say not because I mostly slept during the day and I was awake during the nights because I couldn't sleep over the nights. I changed everything, and I'm looking forward to going back to the old schedule again. But yeah, things started to go doubtful in my mind. I mean, merely because I'm this close, seriously this close to finishing up a few things, and my book is going to be out on Amazon. So, and it is a kind of a serious step to take up until now. Everything was serious up until now, but this is like the stamp of, are you going to go through with it? Because, yeah. And my mind has been playing tricks on me for, well, essentially ever since I started to work on the Amazon thing. And yeah, roughly there, it started there. It put doubts in my mind. It put just trying to talk me out of it, and just kind of forced me back to the old way where everything is easier, not as financially hard, not as hard to deal with, I guess. Because do keep in mind that living with something as this and trying to raise this project, if you're serious about it and it's more than simply entertainment, yeah, it does take its toll on you. So normally my mind was cracked. And then I fell into bed with nothing but my own demons to essentially torment me and test if I was really willing to go through with it. But luckily for me, when I started writing these things, I mean, every single one of these writing diaries here and every single line of drawing on this wall is essentially my power bank. So whenever it got hard or whenever I started doubting, I would merely do as I had done before, just put the situation in my book and draw my strength from essentially what I am capable of doing in terms of writing this story. Sadly, even that wasn't enough at times, and I have struggled with serious, borderline, I wouldn't say depression, because I am not a depressive person. I was simply struggling with my own motivation to go on and not being able to do anything about it due to the fact that this computer is the only one with internet access in the entire house, and I can hardly do anything on the phone, so it was hard to simply see an idea and see how it works. It just had to play out in my mind, and yeah, it was a hell of a week. I said, well, and I once said when I was younger, and many times over, that my dream life would be simply locked in a, I don't know, cabin in the woods without internet, or okay, not a cabin in the woods, but let's just say holiday resort somewhere in the mountains with a lot of snow, where I can relax and write without internet access, with essentially a typing machine, just no human contact whatsoever. And I can safely say that having been through this experience, no, not at this point, I am not ready to give up the internet and pleasures of modern life to be locked away in the middle of nowhere without any human contact. So I am not ready to be locked there with my own demons. And neither should anyone be, unless you're a really strong-minded person, in which case, teach me. Now, the point of this video is for me simply to tell you what got me out of the situation of my own doubts and choosing to drop this project. Well, first of all, I have few recordings on my laptop which will never leave the day of light, because it's not me in those videos where I talk about quitting, where I simply recorded myself and watched it back to see how I would react to the fact that I suddenly decided to quit. Following those videos, I essentially played some music like this, and this is essentially I listened to it on Spotify. It's Fearless Motivation, and the entire playlist that's essentially playing in the background right now is what I listen to when I generally have heavy thoughts. And purposely, for the first 4 or 5 days, I did not play a single one, simply to test out how strong my mind was and everything my mind could throw at me. And removed myself from any type of motivational speakers, anyone telling me or giving advice on what to do. I know that when in those situations it is recommended for you to read a book or listen to some motivational speakers or do whatever. I decided to do the opposite of that, merely because if I'm gonna rest my own strength on words of others, it's not gonna be my strength. So I needed to risk losing my mind, just simply risk everything in order to build my mind up in the hardest possible situation that I could put myself in. And today is the first day I'm actually listening to these songs again, and yeah, it has deeper meaning, deeper strength, simply because my mind grew through doubts and everything I put myself through. But by all means, if you're not mentally driven as I am in this, by all means, strongly suggest Fearless Motivation. I'm pretty sure they're on all platforms, but it's something that rises my own motivation to move and make one more step. And so yeah, that's what I'm listening to today. However, in the bedroom I lacked that, so I was alone with essentially nothing but my own strength of mind to get up and do this. Thinking of solutions to my problems, thinking of my next step, where I'm gonna get out of this, and building a fire inside of me again. I like to say that. That sounds good. I was building a fire inside of me again. Yeah, I love this sounds. But also another thing that got me through this entire crisis was the fact that I kind of put myself in a situation where mentally I kind of presented a picture of me. Okay, you dropped everything. You took down everything from these walls, you put away the writing diaries, all the work already done, all the 5 finished books, you closed your company, you just quit on everything, you put away the USB disk where everything is stored, and the project is out of your way. What do you do? And I deliberately went to sleep thinking like that. And just to see how I would wake up and what my morning would be like, essentially. I didn't like it. It was empty, it was deprived of purpose, it was the same shit life I had before, and I didn't want to go back to that. Thinking through, okay, you lost your project and you're not working on it anymore. What do you do with your life? First thing that came to my mind was buying all those things I am not able to buy financially right now. Yeah, I can buy that. I'm gonna be financially more secure. I'm not gonna have half the problems I have at this moment right now. I don't have to do my taxes. I don't have to worry about government money they want me to pay for my company. I don't have to think about anything. I am absolutely free to enjoy my life the way I see fit. Yeah, but there's no joy in that life for me. And I'm telling you this from the heart. There is no joy in that life for me, not anymore. I stepped into a realm of where everything is possible, where I see the results, and when I'm almost there to achieving another step of where I want to be, and I cannot go back living the old way. It's not an option. I can't live my life working for someone else's dreams, being content with buying tiny things and tiny bits of happiness for myself, because ultimately that is not my happiness. This is my happiness. The characters from the book and all the possibilities and all the open doors they keep for me, that is my happiness. And having realized that, I woke up in the morning, had my coffee, I took a sit right back into this chair, I turned around and I gave myself a promise, a solid promise, to not just to myself, but as I like to call them, my characters, that I will do whatever is necessary. This is not my maximum. I could give up if I kind of felt that I gave this my maximum, but I didn't. There's still more to give. I'm just getting started, so I am not quitting on this. I will find a way. I will go through what's necessary, because in my heart, mind, and soul, this is my future. This is the beginning of the rest of my life, and I can't quit on myself. I can't quit on myself thinking that it's easier. It's easier in some things, but it's harder on so many levels. So yeah, that's essentially what happened over the last couple of days, and I just thought I wanted to share this with you because I woke up out of today and I have more power than ever to tell my story, share it with the world, give you little bits of wisdom I gained, and perhaps be an example that, yeah, it's hard, but it's not impossible. And that's something I'm going to be proving to all of you when, hopefully, by the end of this week, the book will be on Amazon, which is going to essentially be like a crowning achievement of what it means to believe in your dreams. I firmly believe in this, and being taken away from it for 5 days, actually 7, or God no, that feels like forever. Being taken away from this, from the office, the work, the ideas, the possibilities, has been the hardest time of my life, and I do not want to go back to it again. So I am looking forward to continue to work on this. So yeah, keep in touch, subscribe, follow the works, comment if you feel like you need to comment, and yeah, let me know what you think. I'm also on Patreon, so if you want to support me there, I'll leave the link in the description of this video, and I will see you here soon, guys. I miss this. I am so happy to be back, stronger than ever. See you around, guys.